You didn't do the Freddy for my Carly 3, 2...
3, 2, 1, go.
You're not supposed to say one.
3, 2, go.
Welcome to a special Splash panel, everyone. My name's Mike. This is Lucas. In case you didn't listen to the latest episode, you don't know what we're doing here today, because this is only going to be on YouTube. I'll plug our podcast really quick. Subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube for more stuff like this. So I've never seen Game of Thrones. I'm a man who's never seen a single episode. The extent of what I know from Game of Thrones comes from the South Park episode and the several seconds Lucas kept playing on loop trying to make sure that we do not record the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas has seen them all. So I'm here to see, is ignorance really bliss? I haven't seen any real spoilers as to what happened tonight or last night's episode. I don't know if you have.
No.
But I don't know.
I have stayed off of Reddit, which has been very difficult since I'm not working. I have stayed off of Discord, also very difficult since I'm not working. And the moment I played World of Warcraft today, I immediately went into all the general channels and left all of them. I'm just like, I can't do this to myself.
So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what happened, so this should be fun for me. And you can see me try and figure things out. And Lucas is a dedicated fan, and I'm hearing dedicated fans don't like how the season's going. And from what I have seen online, they definitely didn't like the series finale.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we shall see. Do you want me to hit play?
I can do it.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Ready for the recap that we've seen 12 times?
There's a war and a bell.
There is both of those things.
Alright, see, I don't know who this person is. That's Jon Snow, right?
It is.
Okay, I know who that is, too. That's Daenerys.
It is.
Okay. I can't tell if that's real hair or a wig. Probably a wig.
Could be both.
A little mixture. Like
Maybe.
They put extensions in. Oh, God, she got beat the fuck up.
Some words. Some things happened to her.
Okay, alright. This is a pretty bad recap, though. Like, no, I don't know.
This recap is entirely shock factor.
Is this how all the recaps are, where there's no dialogue?
No.
Okay.
This is the only one that I can think of.
Alright. Now, HBO. Let's get some Sopranos music going. Or Sex and the City. That's what I think of when I see that.
I've never seen either of those shows.
I've seen about as much of those shows as I have this.
Oh. Well then.
Maybe a little more of The Sopranos, because, you know, it was put on A&E or whatever in syndication.
Right.
But I'm sure it was super edited.
Yeah, more than likely, because HBO does not give a crap.
Yeah. We're also eating pizza.
Yes. It is from an orange box.
We cannot legally say where it's from.
I think we can.
Oh. They are in no way related to this podcast. Also, we're drinking Diet Pepsi out of Dr. Pepper glasses.
From Ponchos in Texas.
Alright, so I'm liking the intro.
I love these intros.
I think we can get a little more volume from that without it picking up.
Probably.
I think we're good. Are you a person who keeps your volume on even or odd numbers?
Even.
Are you superstitious that way, or?
No, I've just always done that.
You just always did that? All right.
It's either an even or a 5.
Okay. My dad's an even person.
Mm.
I can deal with 5s. Typically, I keep it in like 20 or 30. I like me the 10s.
Oh.
So, get me caught up a little bit. Not on the plot,
Mm-hmm.
but these are based off books that were never finished, correct?
Yep. Which I have never read.
Okay, so this is all uncharted territory.
Yep. The, last 2 or 3 seasons have been.
Okay. Alright, so there was a battle.
There was. Peter Dinklage is
Now,
walking.
is that the winter that's coming right there? That snow, or is that ash?
That is ash.
Okay. Oh, wow. Pretty intense battle.
No. Just her.
Oh, okay. There were dragons in this battle, or is this just like...
And one singular dragon.
A dragon in this battle, and I'm assuming he did most of this damage?
At least 95% of it.
Did the dragon survive?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Did he go back to his gold pile in the Misty Mountains?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Or was it the Lonely Mountain?
I think it was a Lonely Mountain.
They climbed over the Misty Mountains.
Yep. Dead man on a roof.
Man. They're already skeletons. Wow.
Well, I mean, she did, like, for lack of a better term, napalm them.
She is in...
Daenerys.
Daenerys, the white-haired chick?
Yep.
Now, where's Phoenix? Or is she dead?
She's about, like, 7 weeks to the north.
Oh, okay. So, I didn't want to, like, ask a lot of questions, but...
No, it's fine.
It appears that they were allies, but now they're not. She turned on them?
She went crazy. They're still allies at this point. We'll see how that lasts. I don't think she's going to make it through this episode. Because Jon Snow's are, like, morally just character. He never does bad stuff.
Okay. Is she romantically tied to anyone in this little group?
Jon Snow?
Okay, so good God, we're watching X-Men Last Stand. He's going to kill her, isn't he?
They are also aunt and nephew.
Okay, we're watching Alabama's version of X-Men The Last Stand.
There is a lot of incest in this show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how it was back then in these like Middle Ages things.
He's a singer.
In the show or in real life? I don't recognize him.
In real life.
It's over. These men are prisoners. It is not over until the Queen's enemies are defeated. How much more defeated do you want them to be? They're on their knees. They are breathing. Look around you, friend. We won. I obey my Queen's commands, not yours. What are the Queen's commands? Kill all who follow Cersei Lannister. These are free men. They chose to fight for her. Easy, man. Easy. Easy.
I thought I just saw Gimli.
No, there's only one dwarf in this show.
Peter Dinklage?
Yes.
Okay.
We should speak with the Queen.
Now, is that actor in other things that I may have seen?
Kit Harington?
He looks familiar,
I don't know, maybe.
but like,
I just know he married Ygritte from, like, the earlier seasons, a hot redhead. I think her name's, like, Rose something?
he looks like he's familiar, but that may be just because he also kind of has that like Orlando Bloom Pirates of the Caribbean look going on. Got the man bun, the beard.
Yeah.
You know,
He's also well known from this show.
true. I've seen more than enough memes of that man.
Mm-hmm.
Is he somehow responsible for like her going crazy? He seems to be taking this hard.
Because he betrayed his friend last episode, like somebody who had been with him through everything, to her because he was going to go against her. And then she immediately betrayed all trust he had left in her. And burnt the city to the ground, killing millions.
Millions. That's a lot.
Yeah.
For like a middle-aged
Yeah.
population.
It's a huge city. At least in the hundreds of thousands.
You know, I was thinking today, I should double down on this craziness of watching the last episode with no context and watch the series in reverse.
Oh, God. You see people come back to life. It's actually a story about how Ned Stark saves somebody at the very beginning of this whole series.
Now, does this author of the books ever intend to go and complete his books?
I don't know. George R.R. Martin is a special type. His sister and brother were under there.
Well, there's light.
His sister and brother were also banging.
I don't know how he got through that.
He's tiny.
Stereotypical dwarf digging in tunnels. Hey, you said the dragon's still alive, or is that a different dragon?
An old dragon. Somehow Tyrion knows exactly where his brother and sister are.
If you would have just made Jon Snow Stormbreaker instead. Are his brother and sister characters that the audience gets to know and love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, love and hate.
So there is some sort of like establishing. It's not just like my brother and sister died.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like major characters throughout the entire series. They were in episode 1.
All right. So it's not like when Luke Skywalker's aunt and uncle die.
Yeah.
Wait, you said brother sister. They look like they could be his parents.
Well, I mean,
How much older were they than him?
they were twins and not much older than him. Because when Tyrion was born,
Maybe it's just the death that, kind of makes them look older.
I mean, they're also just, crushed under, tons of rubble.
Now, they were subjects to this Queen Daenerys, right?
No,
Oh,
she
no.
was the queen.
Oh.
She was going against Daenerys. And Daenerys came here from another land to basically take her throne back, because her family has a rightful claim to the throne. But they were chased out after her father went crazy and started killing people.
Those horses look so CGI'd. Not those ones, but
Yeah.
like
The other ones.
the last shot we just saw.
Yeah. There's a lot of CGI in this show. Some unnecessary CGI as well. All the dudes on horses were like wild tribesmen that lived in the desert that she got to her cause. And all these dudes here with the spears are unsullied. They're supposed to be like one of the greatest fighting forces in the world, and she basically killed their masters and took them for her own. They all.
And this all happened last episode, or this has been
No,
building?
This has been building.
Like, how do you not suspect she's a villain then?
Well, her entire thing up until last episode was she was going to take this back and lead the realm, the whole like area of Westeros, to peace.
Yeah.
And technically she now owns it all.
Is she a descendant of the king in the beginning of the series?
No. Robert Baratheon, the big fat guy?
I don't know.
No.
But like you said, rightful claim, so I'm just...
Yeah. I don't think they ever showed the original king. He was like like Rhaegar, something like that. Oh, that's a cool shot. The wings behind her.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Some definite symbolism there.
She is the mother of dragons. It's either going to be Jon or Arya that kills her, and I'm really hoping for Arya. I liked her as a character until last episode.
Hey, you notice all those guys have a shield with Spike?
Yes, they do.
So all the dialogue so far has been in a different language.
I believe it's Dothraki. It might be High Valyrian, but I don't think it is. Because I don't think the uncultured hordes
What do you
would
think in
understand
these
that language.
movies and shows when they have to speak made up language, whether it be alien or like Elvish or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think the actors are told to say?
The language.
But they're not real.
It's a real language. They've made a language for the show. Same thing with whatever it is in Elvish. Like
Yeah. Well, I bet you Tolkien did do
Sylvan.
that.
Yeah. Like there are actual language courses you can take to learn this.
But in like Star Trek and Star Wars,
Klingon is a real language. You can learn it.
that's ridiculous.
She wants to take over the world now. Getting real Nazi vibes from her right now. Do it. Kill her. No way Tyrion's the one that kills her.
You freed your brother. You committed treason.
I freed my brother. You slaughtered a city.
So he's defecting.
No, he's just...
That looks like defecting to me.
Well, I mean, he's not going to defect to anybody. He's just...
Okay, he's renouncing...
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, they noticed.
He's the hand of the queen. He's like the right-hand man.
This is intense. Pull some Yoda shit. Start jumping around with swords.
Yeah, no. He's fought in battles before, but...
That would have been the plot twist that no one would have saw coming. If
Yeah,
started...
that all of a sudden he's not just a dwarf, he's actually like some master swordsman.
Yeah. Was this... Oh, you said you haven't read the books. Like, was this character a dwarf, or did they just like...
Yeah.
They're like, Peter Dinklage is too good of an actor.
No.
We need to put him in here.
He was actually way uglier in the books, apparently, too. Like, he had a malformed face and stuff.
Oh.
And he had, like, what is it, heterochromia, where his eyes are different colors.
That's cool.
He had, like, a green eye and a gold eye.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was, like, they called him the Imp, because he looked like a little demon.
No, well, that's less awesome.
Yeah. Hello, Arya.
What are you doing here? What happened?
Came to kill Cersei. Your queen got there first.
She's everyone's queen now.
Try telling Sansa.
Wait for me outside the city gates. I'll come find you.
John. She knows who you are. Who you really are. You'll always be a threat to her. And I know a killer when I see one.
Probably shouldn't put that right next to the mic while it's foaming.
Did you bring anyone?
Did you bring any wine?
See, this is Pirate of the Caribbean. It's just, not rum.
He's a drunkard. He always drinks.
Thank you for coming to see me.
He's not, like, cuffed or anything,
I mean, he was left in a room,
I suppose there's a crude kind of justice.
with guards on the outside, probably.
I suppose the president watched it burn. Now Varys' ashes can tell my ashes. See? I told you.
Varys was his friend that was killed last episode.
Oh, okay.
You're the only man alive who knows where I'm going. So is there life after death? Not that I've seen. I should be thankful. Oblivion is the best I could hope for. I strangled my lover. I shot my own father with a crossbow. I betrayed my queen. He didn't. I did. And I'd do it again now that I've seen what I've seen. I chose my fate. The people of King's Landing didn't.
I mean, they knew what was coming. They could have left.
What happened? I won't try. But the war is over now. Is it? When you heard her talking to the soldiers, did she sound like someone who's done fighting?
We've made a monster.
Yeah, they definitely did.
She liberated the people of Slavers Bay. She liberated the people of King's Landing. She'll go on liberating until the people of the world are free.
Does liberating mean killing?
Yes. She killed all the slave masters and stuff in the original city where she started off.
It was vanity to think I could guide her. Our queen's nature is fire and blood. You think our house words are stamped on our bodies when we're born, and that's who we are? Then I'd be fire and blood too. She's not her father, no more than your Tywin Lannister. My father was an evil man. My sister was an evil woman. Pile up all the bodies of all the people they ever killed. There still won't be half as many as our beautiful queen slaughtered in a single day. She left her no choice. The moment the gates fell, the battle was over. She saw her friend beheaded. She saw her dragon shot out of the sky. And she burned down the city for it. Now, it's easy to judge when you're standing far from the battlefield. Would you have done it? What? Open up there. The dragon's back. You've had that power. Would you have burned the city down? I don't know. Yes, you do. You won't say because you don't want to betray her. But you know. Does it matter what I do? It matters more than anything. When she murdered the slavers of Astapor, sure no one but the slavers complained. After all, they were evil men. When she crucified hundreds of Pyrenees nobles, who could argue they were evil men?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Dothraki Carls she burned alive. They would have done worse to her.
I forgot about that too.
Goes, evil men die, and we cheer her for it.
She like burned down like a council meeting of all the like horsemen, and she crucified all of the like noble people that were taking all of the money from themselves and letting the rest of the city starve.
You believed that?
Honestly, it was a twist that this girl turned out to be evil.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Between you and paradise.
Like, I don't remember if it was this season or the one before. She said she didn't want to be Queen of the Ashes.
Well,
Queen of the Ashes. Literal Queen of the Ashes.
maybe she meant of people named Ashley.
Is there a boy named for Ash?
Catch him.
Voiced by a female.
I know you love her.
Ah, poor John.
I love her too.
So as I'm watching this really is X-Men: The Last Stand.
Yeah.
Successfully.
He's gonna have to walk at her while he gets his flesh burned off of him.
Hopefully he's got an adamantium skeleton too.
He is technically undead.
Oh,
He was already stabbed in the heart once.
all right.
Love is more powerful than reason. We all know that. Look at my brother. Love is the death of duty. You just came up with that. Maester Aemon said it a long time ago. Sometimes duty is the death of love.
What? You're just saying the thing he said to him backwards.
Shield
Yeah, but it makes sense both ways.
of men. You've always tried.
That's just how I'm going to start debating now.
Just throw it back at him.
You've tried to protect people.
Duty is the death of love. Well, love is the death of duty. Alright.
Taxes are what we pay for a civilized society. Civilized society has to pay taxes.
There you go.
It's also the right thing.
he has a more rightful claim to the throne than she does.
That's her decision. She is the queen. I'm sorry I came to this. And your sisters.
Who's his sister?
Phoenix and the little girl that was just talking to him
Oh, okay.
with all the blood smeared across her face.
So he's not a Stark, though?
Told me the truth about you
Technically, no.
because she doesn't want
His mother was a Stark.
No,
His father was a Targaryen.
you do.
So, take the father's name.
Are they all somehow related?
What?
All these people?
No. Just him and Daenerys. I'll show you the family tree later.
Maybe.
It's in that Entertainment Weekly.
Are there a lot of crossover because there's incest?
Yes.
Okay. At least they're not shy about it.
Like everything is on like a tiered system. You can see like the kids of the kids of the kids, and when you see people on that same tier making children with each other, you know that it's brothers and sisters. It's like something like that. Well, because like he's the nephew of Daenerys.
But he's romantically involved with this
With her.
woman.
Mm-hmm. But they both didn't know that until like 4 episodes ago.
That's a little... Oh, God.
Dargan.
Now, there's been incest in the show that is open and honest, though, right? Where it's just like,
Yes, like Cersei Lannister, the woman that you saw under the rubble.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that was with her is her brother, Jaime Lannister, and they had 3 kids together,
Oh, that's disturbing.
of which 2 had ruled the 7 kingdoms. One was poisoned because he was a little piece of shit and everybody hated him. The other one, after his mother blew up the biggest church in the city and killed everybody inside, he just jumped out of the window and killed himself. Fade to black. Fade to Daenerys. Ah, the Iron Throne. The thing she wanted this whole time. Want to know something funny about that throne?
He or she who sits in it dies?
Most of the time, yes. The throne is like made out of all of these swords.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Throne. One of the swords in it is a replica of the sword that Gandalf uses.
I saw like a fan art thing of like the anime Game of Thrones.
Oh,
There's,
yeah.
like all kinds of weapons and
All
stuff.
the anime weapons. I think like Jabba's sword was in it and stuff like that.
Yep. Zoro's 3 swords were there.
Yep.
I think I saw the power pole.
She did all this so she could sit on a chair. She had another chair in the south that was way cooler.
Yeah, come on. You want to have winters? Come on.
Winter's been defeated. Winter came with the undead.
Well,
The undead are gone.
It's snowing.
That's still ash.
Oh.
I would assume it's still ash.
It looks like snow.
It actually might be snow.
That's definitely snow.
Yeah, with the sky as cloudy as it is.
And like the dragon shook off all that ice.
Oh.
It's snow.
Yeah. Oh. They're alone in a room together. They're either gonna bang or kill each other.
We've been watching this for what? Half hour-ish?
It's an hour and a half long.
But if he kills her now, what the hell is the rest of the episode about?
They gotta find somebody to sit on that throne that believes in it.
Told me it was made with 1,000 swords from Aegon's fallen enemies.
Why doesn't he sit in it?
Because he believes that she's the rightful queen.
Well, if he about to do the deed and kill her,
We'll find out.
A mountain of swords too high to climb. So many fallen enemies, you could only see the soles of Aegon's feet.
I saw them executing Lannister prisoners in the street. They said they were acting on your orders.
It was necessary.
Necessary. Have you been down there? Have you seen children, little children burned?
They tried to make peace with Cersei. She used their innocence as a weapon against her. She thought it would cripple me.
Tyrion.
He conspired behind my back with my enemies. How have you treated people who've done the same to you, even when it broke your heart?
Forgive him.
I can't.
You can't. You can forgive all of them. Make them see they made a mistake. Make them understand. Please, Daddy.
Can't hide behind small mercies. The world we need won't be built by men loyal to the world we have.
The world we need is a world of mercy. It has to be.
And it will be. It's not easy to see something that's never been before. A good world.
How'd you know? How'd you know it'll be good?
Because I know what is good. So do you.
I know.
You do. You do. You've always known.
What about everyone else? All the other people who think they know what's good.
They don't get to choose.
she's essentially Loki.
Yeah. Like, that Targaryen madness set in hard with her.
Filth and you.
Like, so,
This is all.
I don't know what the other...
It has
How many episodes have there been?
since you were a little
100 plus?
baby.
80-something.
80 something? Okay, I don't know what the other, like, 80 have been like. But I don't see what the big deal is, because this is just very... Like, I'm thinking of all sorts of movies that I've seen and stories I've read that this is following that structure.
You are my queen.
Yeah.
Whether it be Loki Avengers, Apocalypse in the X-Men Apocalypse movie. Like, oh, incest.
Jon Snow, what are you doing? There it is.
And we're back to X-Men.
I didn't know if it was going to be him. It was either going to be him or Arya. Glad it happened how it did.
So honestly now, what's the last, like, 45 minutes, hour of this episode?
They have to find out who's going to rule. And he didn't want it. And now they have to deal with a dragon whose mother was just killed.
Well, oh jeez.
Not actual mother. It's not like she birthed him.
No, I understand.
Oh, he knows. Drogon knows.
They share some sort of, like, link.
Clearly. And he, since he's a Targaryen, I don't know if he can be hurt by fire. So I don't know if Drogon can actually kill him with fire. This would be a really cool spot for him to take control of that dragon. also never understood why blood comes out the mouth and nose when you stab somebody in the heart. I'll have to look that up at some point.
I've always actually kind of wondered that too.
Hey, you big piece of crap.
Are dragons very difficult to kill in this lore, like in almost any other?
In the books, yes. In the show, not even a little bit. They were killed by basic ballistas. Actually, the first one got killed by a chunk of ice. Magic ice, but ripped right through it and killed it. The second one died a very painful death.
Calm down, Ghidra.
Oh, he is gonna do some fire stuff.
He took control over it.
Oh, no, I
maybe
think...
not.
I was gonna say, I think it's just pissed.
Why is it going for
The Iron Throne. I mean, they're not dumb creatures. It knows what it means.
Well, now they don't have to worry about anyone sitting in it.
Yeah?
So you think the dragon understood why Jon Snow killed her?
No. I think it knew that because of that chair, he had to kill her.
Yeah, that's what I just kind of said.
Oh, yeah, okay. I guess then.
What are you trying to debate, like
Yes,
Peter Dinklage?
like Peter Dinklage. Oh, and he's putting his head down.
Are there more dragons?
No. This is the last one.
Oh, okay. They're just showing the chair missing. I thought maybe there was one coming
Oh, God.
from the sky.
If there is, they're gonna need another episode. Wiener, wiener, wiener. Ah, very dead Daenerys. Alright, interesting to see where they're going.
All right.
Well then, now he has to deal with an unsullied army and a Dothraki army that are still loyal to her.
Nah, man, just like low-key escape. Like, I haven't seen her.
That blood pool upstairs and the missing chair,
That was gas.
I know nothing about it. That was gas. God, these long extended shots of nothing.
No wonder this is an hour and 30. Like, what am I getting from this? Am I having a staring contest with him?
I think he's realizing what's happening, but I don't
How?
know. I don't know
He's
how.
in a locked room.
Oh, maybe he was hearing somebody come.
They're gonna blame him for the murder.
Probably. That's Grey Worm.
Or do they even know yet?
We'll find out. Also, they just gave Grey Worm a hell of a bulge for somebody who has no dick and balls. All of the Unsullied have no dick or balls.
Okay.
What is it, castration?
I think so.
Yeah, they're all eunuchs.
Winter's over.
Clearly. So it definitely was ash.
No, that was definitely snow.
No, there's no way. This is the same city.
It had to have been snow.
Hello, Brandon. Why is Sansa here? Why is everybody here?
Maybe time's passed since...
What was the... There's... what is this time period?
Because didn't that one girl say she was, like, fleeing?
What the hell?
Is he dreaming?
Where's John?
I don't know.
He is our prisoner.
So is Lord Tyrion. They were both to be brought to this gathering.
We will decide what we do with our prisoners. This is our city now.
If you look outside the walls of your city, you'll find thousands of Northmen who will explain to you why harming Jon Snow is not in your interest.
And you will find thousands of Ansari who believe that it is.
Some of you may be quick to forgive.
The
Ironborn are not. I swore to follow Daenerys Targaryen.
I don't know who the dude next to Yara
She
is.
freed us from a tyrant.
That's Yara.
Cersei is gone because of her, and Jon Snow put a knife in her heart. Let the Unsullied give him what he deserves.
Say another word about killing my brother and I'll cut your throat.
Friends, please. We've been cutting each other's throats long enough. Am I saying that properly? If it weren't for you and your men, we would have lost the war with the dead. This country owes you a debt it can never repay. But let us try. There is land in the Reach. Good land. The people that used to live there are gone. Make it your own. Start your own house with the Unsullied as your banner. We've had enough war. Thousands of you, thousands of them. You know how it ends. We need to find a better way. We do not need payment. We need justice. Jon Snow cannot go free.
It's not for you to decide.
You are not here to speak. Everyone has heard enough words from you.
You're right. And no one's any better for it. But it's not for you to decide. John committed his crime here. His fate is for our king to decide. Or our queen.
We don't have a king or queen.
You're the most powerful people in Westeros. Choose one.
That's what I was thinking.
This is the meeting of the great houses.
Make your choice then.
That guy.
I would say Gendry, out of all of the people here.
Guy in the wheelchair.
No, he's the three-eyed raven. He's like a mystic dude.
What's his name?
Brandon Stark. Well, Bran Stark.
My lords and ladies.
Sit down. Nobody even knows your
I
name.
suppose this is the most important moment of our lives.
I don't know his name.
We
Steve.
decide today
He's probably somebody that
Steve
matters.
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
I stand before you as one of the senior lords in the country. A veteran of 2 wars. And I like to think my experience has led to some small skill in statecraft and
Uncle.
understanding.
Please sit.
Mormont, maybe? I don't know. Might be Mormont.
I'm telling you, guy in the wheelchair. He's already in a chair.
There's no way that... Because his whole thing is that he's the three-eyed raven. He knows all of the history of the world. He didn't even want to be Lord of Winterfell, where his family rules. There's no way he's going to be king. If they make him king, I will understand why people hate this show.
We have to choose someone.
Pick the old guy next to you.
Why just us?
I like Gendry. I like Gendry for this.
We represent all the great houses.
Are they deciding to go to democracy?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Maybe the decision about what's best for everyone should be left to everyone.
That is some thinking that this century's not ready for.
Everybody's just like,
That was
It
fun.
was a good attempt, Sam. I love you as a person.
Come on, wheelchair guy.
I suppose you want the crown.
Me? Imp. Half the people hate me for serving Daenerys, the other half hate me for betraying her. Can't think of a worse choice.
Who's that?
Gendry.
I've had nothing to do but think these past few weeks
See, it's been weeks.
about our bloody history.
Okay, it has been weeks. Maybe it was winter.
Mistakes we've made.
But winters last years in this world.
They caught it at the end.
And it would actually make sense with the travel time from the north. It's very possible.
Armies.
Also, that would make sense from like a storytelling thing, like if spring, a new king
Yeah.
or queen.
Or democratic body.
Yeah, we do. We're weird in this country. We have our elections in the fall.
I mean, they just got rid of Dragon Hitler, so.
Nothing can stop it.
Who took over after Hitler died?
America. And then in the east, Russia.
Alright, so, democracy kinda. Do not look at him.
The boy who fell from a high tower and lived. We'd never walk again.
It's gonna be the wheelchair guy.
He crossed
He hasn't even said a friggin' word.
It's because he's probably not paying attention.
Raven. He is our memory. The keeper of all our stories. Wars, weddings, births, massacres, famines,
Not necessarily a good candidate for king.
defeats.
I know things.
He knows everything.
So he's the internet.
He's the soul of history of this world.
Bran has no interest in ruling, and he can't father children.
Good. Sons of kings can be cruel and stupid, as you well know.
True not.
This will never torment us. That is the wheel our queen wanted to break. From now on, rulers will not be born. They will be chosen. On this spot are the lords and ladies of Westeros. To serve
So oligarchy.
So what would that make everybody else like? The Parliament?
you don't want it. I know. You don't care about power.
And he's not really a king, he's like a prime minister.
I ask you now, if we choose you, will you wear the crown?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
To the best of your abilities, from this
Shut up,
day
Bran.
till your last day.
Don't even say anything. Don't even think about it. He thought about it.
Why do you think I came all this way?
You son of a bitch!
Brandon of House Stark. I say aye.
I.
Fuck you, Sam. I don't like you as a person anymore.
I.
Shut up! Nobody even knows you!
I.
Damn, I wish we would have put some money on this.
I don't even know who that dude is.
Aye.
Fuck!
Unanimous!
That's Gendry.
Not sure I get a vote, but aye.
He should be king.
I love you, little brother. I always will be a good king. But tens of thousands of Northmen fell in the Great War defending all of Westeros. And those who survived have seen too much and fought too hard ever to kneel again. The North will remain an independent kingdom, as it was for thousands of years.
Okay. And she rules the North?
I guess so. That's what she wanted, basically, this whole time, was the North to, like, secede from the Union.
Like hell you are.
All hail Bran the Broken, first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Sixth.
That guy does not look happy in the background.
Protector of the realm.
No.
Maybe because he's like a fan of the show, and like you, he's just like, they picked this guy. You know, this is a disgrace. That guy can't even stand for the national anthem.
Lord Tyrion, you will be my hand.
Oh, Your Grace, I don't want it.
And I don't want to be king.
I don't deserve it. I thought I was wise, but I wasn't. I thought I knew what was right, but I didn't.
He needs shoulder pads.
Choose anyone
I
else.
choose you.
You cannot.
Yes, I can. I'm king.
Watch me, bitch.
He deserves justice.
He just got it. He's made many terrible mistakes. He's going to spend the rest of his life fixing them.
It is not enough.
Sup, John?
Leaving you to the Unsullied would start a war. Letting you walk free would start a war. So our new king has chosen to send you to the Night's Watch.
Still Night's Watch.
The world will always need a home for bastards and broken men.
That was the Night's Watch.
The Night's Watch was the thing that
You shall
watched the wall to keep the undead and the wildlings back. It's beyond the north. It's that far north. It's a giant wall made of ice.
Oh.
And the wall was destroyed by the undead when they got through. The undead aren't a problem anymore, and the wildlings are friends of the north now. So they're going to build a castle, because the last one was destroyed, Castle Black. They're going to go back there, make a
Is it right?
watching army for no reason.
So essentially, he's sent to Siberia.
Yeah, they exiled him to Siberia, where he used to be Lord Commander already. He used to be the highest ranking person of the Night's Watch. So they're just giving him that command back. It's where they sent, like, rapists and murderers and thieves and stuff like that.
Siberia.
Yeah. Dude, this sucks so much. Hell, Bran the Broken. Fuck you.
I don't expect we'll ever see each other again.
I wouldn't be so sure. A few years as hand of the king would make anyone want to piss off the edge of the world.
You're gonna have to get all these castles with wheelchair ramps now.
Yeah, the castles are gonna need wheelchair ramps. Everything is always so freaking windy in Westeros.
Must be on the trade winds.
The Night's Watch. The Iron Fleet. They worship the drowned god,
Neptune?
Big Kraken.
Oh.
And their throne is the Salt Throne. Oh, the Dothraki are going back home.
This guy looks so intense all the time.
I mean, he did just kill his queen,
That happened weeks ago.
his lover, and he, for lack of a better term, just threw the whole world into a crazy, like, array of nonsense.
Is that where they're from?
No, it's the...
Or is that the place they gave them?
No, it's an island that is supposed to be the most peaceful place on Earth.
Oh.
All of its people are, like, peaceful diplomats. They're all... There's no war. It's Switzerland. They never take a side. And his girlfriend, who was beheaded like 2 or 3 episodes ago, was from there.
I wish there'd been another way. Forgive me.
Damn, she gets cooler and cooler every episode. Whoever is her, like, wardrobe designer just keeps doing a bang-up job. She keeps looking way cooler than she should.
The North is free thanks to you.
But they lost their king.
Then Stark's daughter will speak for them. She's the best they could ask for. You can come see me, you know, Castle Black.
I can't.
You think anyone will dare tell you women aren't allowed?
Does everyone know she killed that Frost guy?
I'm not going back now.
Frost guy.
Then, I don't know, the Night King or whatever? The
Yeah. Everyone knows she killed the Night King. She's like the hero of that battle.
No one knows. That's where all the maps stop. That's where I'm going.
She's gonna go exploring. She's gonna Lewis and Clark it.
I need to do a summer abroad.
She's also like a trained assassin that can wear the faces of other people. Now that would be a good spin-off. I would watch that series. The Adventures of Arya Stark.
You're crazy. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
Shut up, Bran. Kit Harington, you beautiful bastard.
He looks very pale.
I mean, he was in prison for weeks.
True.
Brienne of Tarth.
Man, this following action is just taking forever.
I don't know what she's looking for. House names? Sword names? Ah. She's looking through the Book of Nights.
Is she gonna write something about Jon Snow?
No, about him.
Who's him?
Jamie.
I don't know who that is.
The dude that was banging his sister that was under the rubble.
Oh.
Huh.
Lost his marbles.
Not really. She's a Kingsguard now. She's got the gold armor. His, like, last act before he decided to defect back to his sister was to sleep with her. And before that, he made her a knight. Because any knight can knight somebody. So she became the first female knight in all of the, like, realms. Too many weird people have sat in that chair. His father, whom he killed, taking a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kyburn.
I've actually seen that scene recreated online. Some guy was standing outside a porta potty. He's like, "You hate me" or something.
Yeah. Everything's got to be orderly.
Man, they're milking this runtime for all.
Yeah, they are. Holy.
Jeez, I just spent the 20 seconds watching Peter Dinklage pushing the chairs.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see who's on the council. Oh, fuck. Huh, he's High Maester.
What's this? A song of ice and fire.
That's the book series.
History of the wars following the death of
Yes.
King Robert. I helped him with their title.
I suppose I come in for some heavy criticism.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
But it's kind to me. I would have guessed.
Fucking Braun.
He's not kind.
He?
You what?
What does he say about me?
I don't believe you're mentioned.
Braun was going to kill Jaime and Tyrion last episode, or the one before. And he said, if all of this, if we make it through all of this and we're still alive, we'll give you Highgarden, which is, its own house. And apparently he now has Highgarden. So Brienne's the Kingsguard. Looks like Sam is High Maester. Got Tyrion as Hand of the King. I don't know what he's doing with Highgarden.
Must be missing a Master of Whisperers
And
and a Master of Laws.
a Master of Trade would probably be Sir Davos.
Prospects will be brought to you for an audience in the coming weeks.
And Drogon? Any word?
He was last spotted flying east to
Farther away, the better.
Perhaps I can find him. Do carry on with the rest.
He's gonna start warging.
logic.
Ha ha! Pod is a Kingsguard too.
Serve at your pleasure, King Bran the Broken, ruler of the Six Kingdoms and protector of the realm. Long may he reign.
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 That will improve.
I'm sure it will.
Sir Bronn of the Blackwater, Lord of High God, Lord Paramount of the region, Master of Coin.
Master of Coin.
Say the crown's debt to you has been paid in full, my lord hand. Good. Time to start incurring a new one. We have hungry people to feed. Can we expect some assistance in this regard? Indeed we can.
That would make sense.
Lord Davos, we
High
have
Garden was where all the money
rebuild
was.
and forts to repair. We have. These projects will begin as soon as the Master of Coin and Lord of Lofty titles provide funding. Master of Coin looks forward to helping the Master of Ships, but first he has to ensure...
Master of Ships.
Or soon there won't be no more coin anymore. You're Master of Grammar now too.
Grand Maester.
It is my theory, based on my years of work on the costly rock sewers, that clean water leads to a healthier population.
The Archmaester has done some research on this subject, and it turns out...
The strong live and the weak don't.
Find the best builders and set them to the task.
Oh, speaking of builders, all the best brothels burn down. The Master of Coin is willing to fund reconstruction.
The Archmaester is less than enthusiastic about the sanitary effects of brothels. Using them properly.
I think we can all agree that ships take precedence over brothels.
I think that's a very presumptuous statement.
I like this. I like this more than anything else at the end so far. Castle Black. In the north. That's the wall. It's very tall. Lots of ice. I wonder if the wildlings are still there. Find out. So this trip would have taken him months.
All right.
Please be Tormund Giantsbane. Yeah, my boy. Now where's Ghost? Ghost is the name of his direwolf. No. All the Starks are gearing up. Oh, that's pretty. It's like the tree. The gods would. Oh, she has a ship. Wonder if she got it from the Iron Fleet. They make the best ships.
Don't know, but I think it's finally ending because they're all walking kind of away from
The camera.
the camera. Oh no, okay, maybe not.
Tormund Giantsbane didn't get a single line in the whole finale. Unbelievable to me.
Well, who knows? He might be walking up to
There's no way. Oh, all the wildlings. Free folk. Northmen. Whatever you want to call them. Queen Sansa Stark. Captain Arya Stark, maybe?
She can be king of the pirates.
Oh, there was Tormund. I don't think she wants to be a pirate. I think, like...
She could be king of the pirates, come on.
I think she's more on, like, the lawful side of evil, but she's not actually evil.
She's slacking, alright? Her brother's a king, her sister's some sort of queen. She needs to be something.
Yeah. Ghost! You better head pat him. There we go. There's something. People can't be mad about that now. Because he didn't pet him the last time and everybody lost their freaking minds. Oh, it's a Stark ship. I like that. It's got the direwolf head on it. Tormund, say anything. Say big woman. Just make me happy. They don't really have a throne. They just kind of have a hall. Oh, he's going beyond the wall. Oh, maybe Tormund will say something.
Just when you think... every time I think it's over, it just keeps going.
I've been okay with the last 10 minutes. The previous 40 were nonsense. Oh, he's leading them all home. Let's hope the undead are actually dead. Oh, that's not normal. I guess winter is over. Alright.
Alright.
That's the end.
So, I don't know. I haven't seen any of them, so to me, this was like watching a movie, basically, because that's almost about how long it was.
Yeah, hour and a half long.
However, I'm not going to say that I thought it sucked because of the ending or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I wasn't too...
was the excessive amount of drawn out scenes.
Some of that, and the fact that like the climax of the episode happened in the first half
30 minutes into it.
First half of the episode. And then just politics after that about things that I don't know the story behind, so I'm sure a lot of that I'm like,
And, like, their whole thing was to, like, Daenerys' whole thing was to break the wheel of all these houses fighting each other for ownership of the throne.
Yeah, no. So I mean, she was completely generic bad guy in my opinion.
Which is hilarious, because she wasn't a bad guy before this.
Yeah, but like I don't know. She's kind of like I don't know. You can insert almost any bit. Like she kind of reminded me of Sasuke
Yeah.
in the way that like he ends up becoming the evil that he didn't want to be or whatever.
Right.
And, I don't know. There's shades of Loki, like I said, and all kinds of other stuff. Like she just was the story itself, and I don't know if the whole series is like that, but at least this finale was just very cookie cutter.
It was. It was very cookie cutter. And, like, I liked the bit at the end where everybody was given their titles and, like, everybody was finally, like, given a reward for all the shit that they had to go through. Like, Sam having all the stuff that he's done. Like, he's one of my favorite characters because he's just, like, he's the lover, he's not a fighter. He has a kid with a girl that he saved from the north from, like, a horrible situation with her father and that family, and like he became the leader of his house, and he like actually I don't know how that works now because he's Maester. I don't think they're allowed to take other titles, but like he now clearly is some sort of Grand Maester because he's got the white cloak and all that. Everybody else wears like black cloaks, and so he's highly educated. And then you have Master of Coin, which is Bronn. He's just been like
funding the brothels.
He has been a thorn in everybody's side the entire series because he's a mercenary. And the last thing that he got was an entire house to himself. And like, the title like it went with it. And Sir Davos, the guy who like the older dude that was sitting right next to Tyrion at the table, he's master of ships. He was actually like a smuggler in the past, and like had all of his like fingers cut off and stuff like that, like above the knuckle. And like Brienne being given this huge station as a Kingsguard, like captain of the Kingsguard, just everything kind of came full circle there. I hate that Bran is king. That makes no sense to me. It would have made sense for him to be Master of Whispers because they're like the spies and stuff, and he can literally see anything. Because that's his power. He can just like, and while he can just see through other people's eyes.
Okay.
Or animals or anything. Like he could just like warg into the dragon, because that's what it's called, warging. He could warg into the dragon, immediately knows where it is.
Oh.
So, I don't exactly know how distance works and how controlling a dragon would go, but,
So, do you think that there's a future post the series? Like, one of the speculations always with some of these HBO movies, and sometimes it's happened, is or series that they get a movie. Do you think that is there anything left to do, or did they kind of?
There's a lot left to do.
There is a lot left to do.
I mean, they could follow the Unsullied. I don't really think that there's a story there. They could follow Arya, her like exploring off the edge of the map. They could do something with winter finally coming to an end, and like the Northerners like having this like fresh new plot of land. They could do something that's like after a 100-year time skip or something where the
would these same characters still be alive? Like, how does aging work?
No, aging works normally.
Okay.
Where like the North, its sovereign nation is now fighting against the South and all that, so they could do something like that. There's a potential for a movie. I think if anything, it will be a limited edition, like a limited run spin-off series, and I think that's either going to follow Arya or Jon. I think it would follow Arya way more because she's a more interesting character and everybody loves her.
I was not impressed with that hero. Like, he's just, maybe as an actor, he just had the same face on the whole time. The only time he cracked a smile was when he saw that wolf.
Well, that's his whole, like, that's him the whole series. He's very stoic, and he's very set in like his ways, kind of like he knows what he wants, he knows how to get it, and He's going to make sure that he doesn't have to do something horribly evil to make sure that
I'm
happens.
kind of surprised that this show is so popular with that type of hero, is like that kind of person is the main hero. Think about some
I wouldn't
of the
say
other...
he's the main hero, though. Until this last season, Daenerys was the hero.
Okay.
So,
Well, I mean, I only
Like-
saw her as an evil, crazy bitch.
yeah.
So
Like,
I don't-
you had a very much, like, Anakin Skywalker thing with her.
Yeah.
Where she was, like, you see her
She
from...
killed younglings!
Yeah. She did. She killed a lot of them. But you see her, like, as, like, this, person who is basically being touted around by her brother. Her brother's trying to sell her so he can get what he wants, which is the crown. Because his whole plan was to take Westeros for himself. And he was very much I will go in with everything that we have, crush everything down to a bloody pulp, and build back up from there. And she was just like...
So she was going to carry out his vision.
She didn't think that, like, she wasn't going to be the one that, like, I will build this on, like, the blood and bones of my enemies.
She's Ultron, man.
Yeah, and now she is. Now she's very much the blood and bones of my enemy. So, I don't know, but there's a lot of character development, and I would still say that if you've never watched the show before, watch it. It's a great show to go through.
Are most episodes like this, where it's like
Most episodes are an hour long.
30 seconds of Peter Dinklage laying there?
No, it is not.
Or digging through rubble. Like, I mean,
No.
I don't...
They definitely stretched out the last two episodes way farther than they should have. Because until last season was when they first started experimenting with the hour-and-a-half long episode. And I think all but the first episode this season were all hour-and-a-half long episodes. And that's a lot of time to fill.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't need to be like... I could go watch Endgame right now.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta pee first. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that was just really drawn out. And was there a lot of politics in past episodes, too?
I mean, there's politics in episodes, but it's like an episode every 20.
Because, if every episode's got, like, a scene where it was kind of humorous, them talking about rebuilding the kingdom.
Right.
But, like, if that's it, and some of, like, the other aspects, like them picking the king, I'm like, oh, my God, that's so boring. I don't even care about my own country's politics.
I liked that. I thought it was really cool. But that's because I know all of those most of those characters.
Except for that guy.
Yeah, there were a couple of guys that I didn't really know. But, like, the first season is all about the Starks. Second season is mostly about the Lannisters. Like, there's a season for, like, the main houses that are going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the butting of heads starts. And then Daenerys comes into it.
Now, one thing I also noticed...
Like, until season 3, I think Daenerys isn't even a character.
Really?
I think that she's, like, mentioned, like, people know who she is, and she's, like, doing her stuff, like you see her, she's doing stuff, but most of it is on Westeros, because they're, like, separate continents, like, divided by a sea.
One thing I noticed, and maybe that was special for this episode, is in a typical TV show, like, there's character A and B in their story arc, and then, like, character C, story arc, character D, and you as the episode progresses, you see a scene here of them, a scene there of that that character. Didn't really see that until basically after they announced the king.
Right.
Is that common in this, where it's like an entire episode would be about Jon Snow and his party?
No, most of it jumps around from character to character.
So then it was...
I mean, you'll get the ones where it's just like, okay, there's a battle happening here, it's going to be all about that battle. Or like, the first time they see the Night King, the first time they see people get raised by the Night King, the first time, like, these armies meet each other. There's a lot of really, like, good battles. And like I always say, like, the Star Wars battle of the series, because, like, you watch a Star Wars movie, there's always that one fight where, like, lightsabers come out, there's, ships flying around, everybody's doing their stuff. This show gets crazy Star Wars battles, except they're an hour long, and they're that episode.
So they're the Return of the King type battles.
Yes. And it is just beautiful. And there's a lot of really cool characters. Like, I would say out of the whole series, that this was not indicative of the whole series, but it was a decent capstone for it because it kind of tied up a lot of loose ends.
How many characters, like, because I know of the series, a lot of characters die throughout. So, like, what characters that were really prominent in the early seasons did not make it?
Dozens.
And, like, does that impact how it goes? Because I don't know. I remember Jared talking about, is there a character named Baelish or something?
Peter Baelish, yeah.
How long, is he dead?
He's dead. He was
For
killed
how
by
many-
Arya.
How many seasons?
He died last season.
Oh, okay.
He was killed by Arya after betraying the Starks.
Oh, okay.
Because his whole thing was he wanted to be king. And not of Westeros, of the whole world. And he wanted to be king of the ashes. He wanted to be king of the rubble.
Seems like everybody wanted to do that.
He was the generic spy dude that was just like, I'll kill every single person and I will make all of their families fight each other so I can be the only one left.
All right.
Like, he pushed, I don't know, his, like, wife or something. He pushed somebody through the moon door, which is just a big hole in the floor, and pushed her through it, and then, like, became ward for her son, which is the rightful, I don't know. There's a lot of nonsense with Baelish. I didn't really like him as a character. Good actor, though. But, like, there's probably a good 24 characters that you meet and love throughout the series that die. Just, like, some get beheaded, some get poisoned, some get shot in the heart. There's 2 different weddings that people get murdered at. Professor Filch, or Caretaker Filch, he's in this.
Oh, yeah?
He eats his family.
Oh, nice.
Because Arya kills his family, puts them into a mincemeat pie, and feeds it to him.
She pulled a Cartman?
Yep, she pulled a Cartman.
Oh my god, that's dark.
Yep. Well, she is a very dark character. Like, she's just a normal, happy, bubbly girl that's like 9 years old, and as the series goes on, she becomes this girl who is the embodiment of edge.
Yeah. I would say she's past the edge.
Like,
She's feeding you for your family.
Like, she wears people's faces after she kills them, and then she can, like there's a many-faced god that I guess she can do stuff with. I don't know how that works. But she can, like, take on their mannerisms and take on their voice and everything.
She's the chameleon?
Essentially. She can perfectly mimic somebody.
That's alright. So there's some obvious supernatural in the series besides
Oh, yeah.
dragon.
There's a lot of, like, religion-based magic. Because, like, one of the characters that was in this follows the Lord of Light, which is my favorite, like, religion in this. And there's the old gods, the new gods, the drowned gods, the Lord of Light. There's the gods of whatever's to the east, and then there's Westeros. Like, there's a lot of, like, lore for religion in that show. They don't really go into a lot of it. It's just, like, the Lannisters and, like, the Seven Kingdoms follow the new gods, which is, like, the mother, the father, like, all these just, like, generic, like, embodiments of, like, what makes a good person.
Okay.
And then the other stuff is, like, the old gods, where, like, like, faces on trees and stuff that they pray to.
Oh, all right.
So, I would definitely say, if you have time, if you have an HBO subscription, if you have torrents, you know, give it a watch. It's definitely
Probably
worth
not
it.
going to.
It takes probably 120 hours to get through it all.
There's so much other things I'd rather do with 120 hours, starting with, like, reading comic books.
But
to,
how
like,
many episodes of One Piece could you get in through that? Could you even
I
get
would-
up to? Could you
I
even
wouldn't-
get to Whitebeard dying?
I would never watch One Piece because of filler. Because you
Because
thought
of filler,
you
yeah.
thought that was bad.
Yeah.
Anime filler is that. This makes anime filler like
Almost passable.
yeah, no.
Like that crystal lady in
Animal.
Naruto.
What I meant to say is anime filler makes some of the drawn out scenes in this episode
Bearable.
seem bearable.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh god, I'll never forget the one time I watched an entire Naruto arc, and I'm like, where's this character in the manga?
Right.
Found out it was all filler. I'm like, I'm never watching anime again. Strictly manga.
Yep.
So I could read probably One Piece in 120 hours.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I probably won't watch this, but I do want to point out that the person who never watched a single episode correctly predicted who the king was going to be just because he's sitting there with, like, I don't know what the hell's going on look on his face, and I'm like, this is the obvious king because he's not caring at all about this conversation.
I hate it so much. Mike, I hate it so much.
Well, he's your king now. Kneel to him.
He ain't my king. Not my king.
Oh, God. Why didn't that start?
It did. Sansa decided to recede.
No, I meant like a trend, hashtag trend on
not
Twitter.
my king.
Like that would have been hilarious.
Hashtag Bran's not my king.
All right, well, I guess that kind of wraps it up. Unless you have any other further thoughts.
Nah.
All right.
You want to plug everything one more time?
Yeah.
Or?
So go ahead and subscribe on iTunes for our weekly or semi-weekly content where we talk comics, collecting, and movies. Subscribe to YouTube where we also do that. You can find us as Splash Panel Podcast. Is that what our YouTube channel is as well?
Yes.
All right, Splash Panel Podcast for both YouTube and iTunes. Subscribe to both because this isn't going to be audio. It's purely video.
Yep.
Trying to do some anime battles, or not anime, some anime battles, comic battles, and I love drafting things.
We do.
And,
drafting is good.
You know, we might have a superhero redraft.
We'll have to do it.
All right, thanks for watching us watch this, and drink Diet Pepsi and eat Little Caesars.